Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. One pizza too many on this really sunny day in my back garden kitchen. So today what I thought we'd do is make a no yeast, no prove, really quick and easy dough using the Ninja Smart Screen blender, which I unboxed a little while ago. So you can head over and have a look at that video. And it's going to be used to cook a pizza later on in the Uni 3 oven, which I've bought second hand, which again I've just done a video and review on, so make sure you go and check that out. So what we're going to do, we're going to use some natural yogurt, and again lots of videos for you to go and watch before we get to this point, because this also is something that I've made but in the Ninja Foodi MAX using the yogurt function. So really handy and useful tool. So let me bring you in closer, I'll talk you through the ingredients and then we'll get cracking. We have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 300 gram of 00 Caputo blue pizza flour, and we have 300 gram of natural yogurt, again homemade. We also have some flour for dusting, my new spoon for mixing, and the Ninja Smart Screen blender. First thing we are going to do is going to open the blender, and you'll see I've put the mixing blade in. So this is just a plastic blade, it's not sharp. And I will point out I've never made dough in one of these before, so it's going to be as much of a learning curve for me as it is for you. First thing we are going to do is we're going to add the yogurt straight in. Okay. Then to this we're going to add the salt, and the baking powder. So that's our rising agent instead of the yeast. And then we're going to add 300 gram of flour. I'm going to put the lid on. If we can. There we go. So lid's locked on. Now it's really sunny, so it's hard to see where we're at. So with the settings on here, so you see the settings, so we have the on. As soon as we put this particular blender attachment on, the machine automatically knows what settings to bring up on the screen. So at the on button we've got puree, chop, low, high and pulse. So I think what we're going to do to start with is just give it a couple of pulses to see how it works. So it's quite quick on pulse. So let's put it on low. Counting, and let's just have a little look. Okay, so it's mixing well. have a look. So at the minute it's quite a wet dough, this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit of this flour. So some recipes you'll see equal amounts, some you'll see 30% and 70%. So I thought we'd start on equal amounts to see where we get to. You see it's starting to sort of ball up a little bit now. And we're just going to add a bit more, I think. You can hear that noise as it's thickened up. So what we're going to do, we're going to empty this out onto the floured bench and work this a little bit and knead it. You will see how wet this dough is. It's quite wet. Now maybe it's because of the type of flour I've used. A lot of recipes just use strong white flour, not the 00 pizza flour, but if you know, put a comment in the boxes below and we'll see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just sort of work some of this flour on. You see how wet and stretchy that is. So we're just going to add a little bit more flour. So in total now there's another 50 gram of flour just gone on. So in total we've now had an extra 100 gram to the 300 that we started at. Okay, and you'll see it's now getting to a point where we can start kneading it. So join me again in 15 minutes after I've kneaded this and we'll see what it's like. So this is the dough now after 15 minutes of kneading. As you can see, it's a nice shape. It's not as sticky as it was. It's still fairly sticky but not too bad. So I think this, if you didn't want to measure it out, if you just kind of squeeze it into a sausage shape, and then this will make about 3 decent sized 10 to 12 inch pizzas. So if one's a bit small, just put it on. So you see it's still fairly sticky, and then all we're going to do is tuck the edges in underneath as we go around, and you'll end up with a nice ball. And use your hands to press in as we turn it. Like that. So same again, press in, turn it on the bench, same again. And then finish it off. Now pressing those edges in. And there we have our 3 dough balls made from yogurt, flour, salt and baking powder. Now you don't need to leave these now to prove. Simply push them out into a pizza and then you're good to go. So let's see. The dough balls balled up. Now, as I've just shown you, put them onto a plate. I'm just going to cover that with some oiled cling film, like so, until we're ready to use them. And that'll just stop a crust forming on the dough balls. Okay, so let me know what you think of using the Ninja blender. Is it worth it? Some of you might think it is, some of you might not. Extra washing up. I think it needed a bit more flour in the Ninja to make it worthwhile using. And again, you only end up with 3 balls worth of dough. So if you're making more, you're going to have to do several batches, which I suppose this would then come in handy because you can whiz it up in batches. Quick knead and you're done. So let me know what you think of the ingredients that we've used. Make sure you do check out my other videos on the Uni 3 pizza oven, making the fresh yogurt using the Ninja Foodi MAX, using this, and also my next video coming up, which will be actually making pizzas out of these dough balls and cooking them on the Uni 3 pizza oven. So until next time, make sure you head over to my Facebook page at One Pizza Too Many, and you hit the subscribe bell to get notifications of when I release more videos. So until next time, hope you enjoying the sun and keeping safe and enjoying your cooking. Thanks a lot for watching.
One pizza too many.